Hi everyone, this is Crisis and I'll be doing a short video response on Pat Condell's Islam and Sharia law. Pat Condell is a fascist and he hates Islam. He hates Islam so much he had to make over 30 videos against Islam. They include Stop the Sharia law in Britain, Welcome to Saudi Britain, Islam War on Freedom, The Trouble with Islam, Appraising Islam, Islam in Europe, More Demands from Islam, and Ban the Burqa. These are just a few of the videos against Islam which Pat Condell has made. Pat Condell knows nothing about Islam. Islam is about peace and submission to the one and true God. The 5 pillars of Islam are to believe in one God and the Prophet Muhammad, to establish 5 daily prayers, to give charity to the poor and needy, even a smile is charity, to perform self-purification, which is fasting, for 1 month, and also to perform the pilgrimage to Mecca. Islam is the #1 religion on earth. It has outranked Christianity, Judaism, and Hinduism. There are currently 1.57 billion Muslims around the world. That's a lot. Now if the figure was small then you could question it, but with that kind of figure, that's like 1/7 of the world population are Muslim followers. You know, that's a huge number. Now for him to like degrade it and like say, oh, it's evil, is he stupid? I mean, are we all stupid, the 1.57 billion? I don't think we are. Islam has a purpose, not for only me, but the whole of mankind. Pat Condell can degrade it as much as he can. He won't succeed. The more he tries to throw stones, shout at us, swear at us, it just does not make any sense, and nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. The more you hate us, the more we grow. It's simple. You know, 9/11 proves it. People thought, okay, they could like deceive us and say, okay, blame the Muslims, blame the Muslims, blame the Muslims. They've been doing it, they've been doing it. But we haven't done nothing. It was all conspiracy of the USA government. And what has it done? It backfired on them, and now there's more Muslims in the States. They've seen the truth, they've seen the facts. You know, people are against us so much. This is not the first time it's happened. It's been happening for years. Now we want peace and submission, you know, to the one and true God. If you like it, you can seek it for your own, you know, for your own selves. No one is going to force you. You know, if you like to revert, you can. If not, that's fine. It's your own free will. What Pat Condell can't stand is it's just spreading like wildfire. Islam is, and it's really good for mankind. I mean, take an example in the West, where a girl wears you know, short skirts, you know, and a woman wearing burqa. Which one do you think will get attacked? Seriously, which one do you think will get attacked? You know, raped and all that. Which one? The woman with the burqa or the one with the skirt? Obviously the one with the skirt. Now in the West there's so much going on. Murder, mischief, adultery, you know, neglecting the poor and the elderly. It's just sickening, really sickening. And Islam, it just removes all of this sickness. I'm not trying to impose Islam in England. All I'm saying is we need more better understanding of, you know, today's society. Islam is working in many countries. Take for example Saudi Arabia. If you steal something, most likely your hand will be, you know, amputated and be chopped off. So what does it do? It brings the fear, and it stops the person from committing such a crime. In the UK alone, so much crime rate, car theft, muggings, burglary, rape, murder, and how many years do these people get? 1, 2, 3 years? This is not a lesson. Fear and control is. And fear and control in a good sense is good for the whole society. It brings control and calm. It's working in so many countries, so why isn't it working in England? Because we could do what we want, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, so forth. Yeah, it's fine. But there's a limit as well. You need to respect the elderlies, your parents and all that. What Pat Condell does, he just generalizes and says the Muslims are this, that. You cannot generalize and degrade all the Muslims just because of 1, 2 people. You always get one of these bad a bad apple, but you cannot generalize and blame the whole Muslims. It's not fair and it's not right. We know there are certain people in today's Western society who are really, really bad, but do we generalize and say the whole society is bad? No. It's the individuals. It's the parents who taught them maybe, but it's the individuals. Islam is not wrong. Islam is the correct way. If you don't believe me, just check it out. There's so much facts out there. So many people reverting to Islam. Why? Because they've seen the truth and they know it's the only way, to become a better person. Pat Condell can, he can degrade Islam as much as he wants, him and his atheist friends, but they got nothing to believe for. Don't you ever wonder why, it gets dark at night, or why do we have sunshine, why do we drink water so much, why do we come to existence? Don't you ever question it? Islam got all the answers to that, and I just hope everyone just finds the truth. Maybe not with Islam, maybe with a different faith, maybe with Christianity or Judaism, but no one should be forced, or any religion, but and no one should tolerate like vile anger against us. It's not right. It's not right what Pat Condell is doing. You know it, I know it. How dare he degrade us and say so much bad things about us? We have done nothing against him. He's an atheist, that's fine. He has his own beliefs that there's no God, that's fine. We have our own beliefs. Why do you want to bring tension against Christians and Jews and Muslims? Why? Are you stupid? There's so much tension around the world already, and you're making it worse. You need to get a life, get a job, pay your taxes like the rest of us, and stand up as a man and do the right thing. But why do you condone us so badly? What have we done to you? Islam will succeed, with or without you. You might not like it. Islam, we're not trying to impose Islam in the UK or the world. It naturally is, it's building up by itself. Why? Because it's succeeding. If it wasn't succeeding, obviously people be leaving straight away, but people are tolerating it and they're respecting it and they love it. So much people have embraced Islam, the Jewish, Christians, and it's really, really good when I see that. But if you don't want to accept it, that's fine. Again, I'm not trying to brainwash you or anything like that. I'm just simple language. I hope you understand my wishes and respect it. I'm a Muslim and I love my faith, and I have many Jewish and Christian friends, and I don't want any tension. All I want is peace. And people like Pat Condell, they can, you know, they can burn in hell for all I care, because they're making this world a worse place for all of us. Anyways, thank you very much and all the best.